Historic royal moment. Princess Leonor's 2025 ceremony in Denmark stuns the world. It was supposed to be just another royal wedding, graceful, traditional, expected. But what unfolded in Copenhagen that morning changed everything. Because as the cathedral bells echoed across Denmark, the world witnessed something no one saw coming. Princess Leonor of Spain didn't just marry Prince Christian of Denmark. She redefined what it means to be royal in the modern world. The story begins not in the grandeur of a palace, but in the quiet resolve of a young woman who was born into duty and chose love. For months, whispers filled Europe. Could the future Queen of Spain truly follow her heart across borders? Would the Spanish monarchy even allow such a union? And yet, as Leonor stepped out of the royal car, draped in a gown that shimmered with handwoven gold threads symbolizing unity between Spain and Denmark, every doubt vanished. The crowd fell silent. Even the cameras, for a moment, seemed to pause. Her eyes, focused yet soft, met Christian's. And in that gaze, you could feel the history of two kingdoms meeting through love. It wasn't just a royal event, it was a cultural bridge. A love story written under the weight of centuries. The Cathedral of Copenhagen, bathed in winter sunlight, seemed to glow. The air was heavy with emotion. Even seasoned royal watchers whispered, "This feels different." And they were right. Because this wasn't a wedding arranged by diplomacy. It was a marriage born out of conviction, a quiet rebellion wrapped in royal grace. When Leonor walked down the aisle, escorted by her father, King Felipe VI, the world saw not just a daughter, but a future queen stepping into her destiny. The king's expression was bittersweet, pride mixed with the knowledge that his little girl was now a woman of her own making. And Queen Letizia, poised yet visibly emotional, clasped her hands as if holding the weight of every mother's goodbye. Then came the vows, spoken softly, yet strong enough to shake the very image of monarchy. Christian, his voice steady, promised loyalty not only to Leonor but to the idea of partnership beyond tradition. And Leonor's vow, short but piercing, echoed through the cathedral, "I choose love without borders, and a duty shared, not imposed." Applause broke centuries of formality. The Danish choir sang, Ave Maria, in both Spanish and Danish, a symbolic harmony that moved even the most stoic dignitaries to tears. Outside, thousands filled the streets. Spanish flags intertwined with Danish ones. Every cheer carried one message, unity through love. As they stepped out together, hand in hand, golden confetti raining down, the moment transcended ceremony. It became history. Reporters called it, Europe's royal reset. Others said it was, the dawn of a new monarchy. But to those who truly understood Leonor, this was the fulfillment of her quiet strength. Because behind the royal smiles and choreographed gestures, Leonor had fought for this love. The late-night conversations with her parents, the debates among royal advisors, the pressure of two nations watching her every move, it all led to this single moment. And yet, through it all, she remained composed, radiant, and grounded. In the reception hall, beneath glittering chandeliers, speeches unfolded with warmth and surprise. King Philippe's toast was heartfelt. "Today, my daughter teaches us that even in royalty, love must lead." Queen Margrethe of Denmark, regal and smiling, responded, "Spain and Denmark have not just joined houses today, they've joined hearts." As the evening deepened, the couple's first dance began. The orchestra played a mix of Spanish guitar and Danish strings, a melody never heard before. Leonor's dress shimmered as she moved, her laughter soft yet confident. In that moment, she wasn't a royal symbol. She was simply a young woman in love. And that's what made it unforgettable. Because beyond the politics, beyond the expectations, what people saw that night was authenticity, a rare thing in royal life. The ceremony wasn't about crowns or titles. It was about two people choosing each other against the backdrop of history. Later that night, as fireworks painted the Danish sky, one spark lingered above the palace longer than the rest, a perfect metaphor for Leonor's story. The world watched as the newlyweds waved from the balcony, Christian's arm around her waist, Leonor whispering something that made him laugh. That candid laughter, unfiltered, pure, traveled through every screen, melting hearts from Madrid to New York. Social media exploded with emotion. Clips of the vows trended globally. Millions replayed the kiss under the cathedral arches, calling it the most genuine royal moment of the decade. Even critics of monarchy admitted, they'd witnessed something extraordinary. But behind that public perfection were private emotions. After the cameras dimmed, Leonor reportedly asked her father, "Did I make you proud?" And his reply, simple yet profound, said everything: "You've made Spain proud." It was the kind of approval every daughter dreams of, and for Leonor, it sealed her transformation from princess to leader. In the days that followed, the world couldn't stop talking. Fashion houses analyzed her gown. Political commentators dissected her speech. But ordinary people, especially young women, saw something deeper. They saw a royal who dared to be real. And that's why this ceremony wasn't just historic, it was human. Because while tradition demands formality, love demands truth. And Leonor, at just 19, had balanced both with grace beyond her years. In Spain, celebrations filled the streets. In Denmark, citizens called her the Queen of Hearts. Even world leaders sent messages acknowledging not just the alliance, but the emotion behind it. The Spanish royal palace released an official statement the next morning. Her Highness Princess Leonor's marriage marks not only a union of two nations but a renewal of hope for a new generation. It wasn't political language, it was personal. And that's the difference Leonor brought to royalty in 2025. She bridged not just Spain and Denmark, but tradition and modern love. The story of her ceremony will be retold for decades, not as a spectacle of crowns and dresses, but as proof that even within royal walls, the heart still reigns. As the final echoes of the orchestra faded, Leonor turned to Christian and whispered, "This is only the beginning." And for the first time, Europe believed it. Because this wasn't just a royal wedding. It was the moment a princess became history. The moment a crown found its heart. The moment love rewrote monarchy.